doggy. The before. Return with the after. All right, well, we secured the bag. Winnie. Winnie. We're gonna take good care of you, Winnie.
Are you okay?
Just brought my little pup home and we're getting tangled. Winnie the Pooh. Hey, 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 what do you have to say for yourself? Recorded family, reporting live. Me and my pup. Say hi, Winnie. Chronicles. I haven't been sleeping the past 2 days since the video I showed y'all. She's always barking. We're trying to crate train her. She don't love it. No, let me get you in focus. She doesn't love the crate training. She's very needy. And then she wants to sleep all day after she kept me up all night. It's a challenge, y'all. I was so excited telling y'all about my little dog journey, my little doggy. It's been rough. Pray for me, y'all. Recorded family. Pray for me. This is Winnie. Winnie my Pooh. We might have to start a Instagram page so she can get us out the hood. Stay tuned. This is recorded. All right now, give me your energy. Shout out to Winnie my Pooh. Instagram coming soon, maybe a YouTube channel coming soon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded podcast. I'm sorry I can't help myself. You know what it is, man. We back for another edition, another episode. How you doing? How you living? I hope all is well. I hope all is good with you. As you see, first off, rest in peace to my beautiful Bella. We have a new dog, Winnie my Pooh. We looked up the definition of Winnie. I didn't prepare properly because it's something beautiful, so I would advise you, hey, do a little Google real quick, see the meaning of Winnie. I think it's something sweet, a sweet person or something like that. I know Nelson Mandela's wife name was Winnie. So we have a new dog, Winnie. I haven't been getting much sleep. I've been trying to figure out new things. I see what it's like to have a kid. You know, it's rough, but it's rewarding. It's beautiful. They're sweet. Dogs are lovable. Dogs are great. So it's always a good time to have a dog. Hold on 1 minute. Shout out to This Is Ghetto podcast. I got to set my timer. Y'all don't mind, do y'all? Y'all ain't going nowhere. Yeah, so we got our dog. And we're super excited for the journey. We're super excited for the learning experience. And just learning patience, man. Patience with working with somebody new, a new environment. Shout out the Garfield shirt. YouTube. If you know, you know. Shout out Garfield. But patience, man, it's really testing my patience, working with the dog. And, you know, you go from just you and another adult and don't need anything to somebody needing everything, and you don't want your house peed up and pooped up, so you want to just track them all over. So it's a lot of responsibility, it's a lot of transition, but any transition for the good is always welcome from all of us, I would imagine. Important announcement, podcast will be on Monday. I like to do that. I hate when a podcast drop. I hate when I used to do it. I just didn't do a podcast, and I don't tell nobody, but podcast will most likely drop on Monday. So Monday at 7, the next podcast. So check it out. You can always go back for the YouTube. Sometimes I have the audio up a day before or hours earlier. But Monday. Check out the hair journey, flourishing, looking good. Got the fresh lineup. Hello there, ladies and gents, boys and girls. As you may have learned, I am on this hair journey, and I got a special co-host with me today. And today we'll be doing the Reggie A. Smith. Let me bring my co-host. Meet Winnie. Say hi, Winnie. Winnie, my poo. This is the newest addition to the recorded family. I know you guys have been hearing it for a little while. Say hi, Winnie. Hi, recorded family. This is my ventriloquist act. Okay, so I'm gonna set her down. So what you want to do is you preferably want to be out the shower or something like that, and you want to right now we're gonna use this Garnier Fructis. I don't know if it's black owned, but I hope it is because they'll know better probably what to do with this beautiful black hair and how to treat it. But what you want to do is you either want to be out the shower really, or you want to just come out the shower, dry it off a little bit. What you want to do here, you want to grab your stuff. You want to get you at the end, get you a good lather. Okay, all right. Get this lather here. You want to rub that lather in, and you want to massage the hair. You want to get a good treatment going. You want to just rub it to and through the hair. You want to do it like so, and after that, for people with edges, or you just want to get another good lather. You want to just get the edges, because people looking at that, they gonna want to see that line up, young man. You want to see what that barber done did. You want to get the edges just right, all right? You want to do that. You want to make it happen. Maybe get a little bit more just for that last little shine to rate the Reggie A. Smith. Beautiful hairline, clean lineup, forehead pushback. That is the ingredients of Reggie A. Smith. Lastly, get you a little sponge brush here, which is nice and good and wet, lather. Got your good grease in there. You want to sponge it out. You want to sponge it out. Look at those curls. Look at those sponges. You want to just sponge it out to give it that nappy but beautiful look. You want to give it that little bump look. Lastly, if you wear glasses like me, put the glasses on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want to give it that. And that, my friends, is how you make the Reggie A. Smith. Good curls. Nice lineup. Large forehead. The Reggie A. Smith. Thank you for listening. And shout out to my father-in-law who called me Stephen A. Smith. That was one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard about my forehead and it being big. Oh my gosh, yeah, I got the 5 head. You can put the hands right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got the 5 heads. So yeah, so he called me Stephen A. Smith because if you don't know, Stephen A. Smith is a sports journalist that has a very crisp lineup, but his forehead is way back there. So it's like, dog, come on. I like to tell my wife that I call it come on home when it's like, bruh, when dudes be balding or going the hairline, my hairline is at the minimum of where it needs to be. Like it's right there before I need to cut it all off. So yeah, Stephen A. Smith has one of those, like, maybe you should go bald, but he's like, nah, I like the lineup, I like the look. He ain't letting it go. So shout out to that joke. Shout out to Brother Starke, who celebrated another lap around the sun. I love that saying. Some people hate it. He's 21 years old. Yeah, so happy birthday to him. March 31st was his birthday. We celebrated with him. Another joke that I really got that was really, really hilarious, man, when I was growing up. Me and this Mexican dude was clowning back and forth. I say he looked like a weasel with glasses, a Japanese mole rat, a Japanese fighting rat. I just make up random stuff. Like he looks like a koala bear with glasses, like all kind of stuff. We go back and forth. And he told me it's not fair that your barber charges you full price for a half a haircut. That right there was the funniest joke about my hairline. I know you might have heard it before in the podcast, but Brother Starke is definitely trying to go for it with the Stephen A. Smith, man. Hey, man, jokes is, man, you got to laugh. You got to enjoy life. You got to understand where the jokes is coming from with people. You got to understand who's it coming from. Do you respect it? Is it coming from a hurtful place or is it coming from a place they want to hurt you? Because in all honesty, if you can't joke with your friends, you can't joke with your people, you're not living, man. If I don't joke on you, crack jokes on you, stuff like that, if we don't have that relationship, we not close. We not close, nearly as close as you think we are, or we're really not friends like that. You know, I love to crack jokes. I am very well known as a shit talker, where everybody's like, bruh, please shut up. Like, I just like to talk trash to everybody, my nieces, nephews, everybody. I like to enjoy myself. Man, I like to put a smile on somebody's face. So one way I put a smile on people's faces is giving them a hard time. So I really give them a hard time. Shout out to that joke. Shout out to the hair joke. Let's see how long I last. Hold me accountable, man. Let's see how long I last, man. Let's see how long I do it, man. But I talk a lot about, actions, even with this hair journey thing, and I'm thinking I want to do it and all of that. You think to actions and you think of words and you think of what's more important to you, what's more realistic in your life, what's really gonna stick. And, for me, I've learned throughout the years that actions is everything, man. That verb, that action is everything because words, like, people could say sweet words. I talk about dudes that got game. They spit a good game, but they really not about nothing. Their actions don't really mount up to nothing. So for me, man, I learned that in life, man, you have to, when it comes to family, but mainly relationships, you have to listen and watch the person's actions. Because if the action's not mounting up to the words, you got to make a decision, man. You can't really deal with that forever in a day. Because there's a lot of people out here that's going to tell you this, tell you that. Oh, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of that. You know, I love you. I wouldn't do that. You know how I am. You know, you're the world to me, this, that. But the actions ain't really adding up. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're doing math and everything, if you're doing the equations, the actions to the words, you in the negative, man. It's not good. It's not really panning out good. So I like to tell people, I like to tell myself as I got older, you got to really pay attention to the actions of people. You can't really pay attention to the words because so many people will tell you like, oh, I'll take you out here. Let's go there. Let's change this. Let's do that. And I'm also speaking to myself. Like I'm saying with the hair thing, I always talk about I lack discipline. This podcast is teaching me discipline to grow and to build a fan base, to build a community that I really have to put in the work. I really have to do these things. So for me, I like to tell people and I like to tell myself, pay attention to the actions of people. We have to let go or learn how to deal with, rather, the people that the actions ain't amounting up to the words. A lot of people talk a lot of good game. A lot of people waste your time in this life. Don't be that person that you let people waste your time. Pay attention to the actions, y'all. You have to pay attention. Like for me, even with my dog, Bella, rest in peace, starting out, my wife was on her and really be like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do it, go in the kitchen, you can't do that. She was really on her and really stayed on her. And our dog Bella, it was like, how did you train her not to get in the kitchen? My wife, by action, really doing it and really staying on her like, hey, you cannot do this. She wouldn't do it. Me, on the other hand, when I was around, she would do any and everything. When I'm around, she jump on this, do that, do this. She feel like she can get away with it because my actions wasn't there. I would say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, but I'm not really going to do nothing. And I feel like that's a lot of people with their kids, a lot of people in relationships, is that like, if they know, if I'm cheating on you, you keep cheating on you and you keep saying, I'm done with you and you always take me back, you really not going to do nothing. If the kid's like, well, I'm going to do this and I can do it and my mom's going to bail me out or dad's going to do this, them actions and them words ain't really amounting to nothing, man. It's not really adding up. So you got to really stay on people. You got to stay on your actions. With this dog, I really have to train them. In life, you train people how to treat you. Whether it's at work, whether it's at school, whether it's, in life with the people you love, you have to train them on how to treat you. And as you get older and you gain more knowledge, you have to let them know, I'm not going for this no more. I'm not the old me. This is not happening. I need actions. I don't need words because I've heard your words forever. I need your action. I'm spitting bars, man. Shout out to me, man. Ghetto timer time. Um, well, you guys know that Ramadan is still going on. I'm still thinking of a way to record myself. My wife is extremely against. She said I get hangry. You know, hangry is the term everybody uses when they get real hungry, and they, when they get real angry when they're ready to eat. So they get real hungry. But I want to do no food, no water, maybe from like, I guess it's 7 to 8 o'clock at night. I really want to try it, but my wife is extremely against it. But I really want to take that time to reflect. Um, Also, with fasting, they say it's a good thing. Sometimes, like if your blood pressure is wacky or and bad, basically your cholesterol is bad. Like different fasts are good for you, and a lot of people fast for better health reason. But I want to fast to know what it's like to go without. I want to fast to be appreciative for the things in my life. I want to fast for like how bad do I want something? How bad do I want to make something work for myself? I want to fast to maybe give me guidance, maybe clearance, maybe clear my head, cleanse my body, cleanse my soul to be better and just to reflect. Like on that time I'm not eating, not drinking, to take those hours to reflect and be better and just do things and maybe do something for someone in the meantime while I'm fasting. Also, it's just mainly about health, man, because we have to be on offense in this life with our health. Black people, black people, black people, black people. I'm talking to y'all. We cannot be the type of people that we don't go to the doctors, we don't trust them, and we wait till something happens, then we on 1,000,001 medications that we not trying to take properly. We just want to take enough so we can still eat bullshit and still eat the things we want. We have to be on offense. We don't need to be on defense where we get stuck in the emergency room. They tell us they got to cut something off. They tell us we got to be on this medicine. They tell us all these bad things. We got to be on offense. We got to start doing the cutbacks. I've been pescatarian. But even with being pescatarian, I'll eat too much of this, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. So I'm still growing and still trying to find ways. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. When I get in here and start doing a podcast, my throats get real dry. But I hate when people are drinking on podcasts, so I do this for y'all. But like I was saying, it's like people, they wait till they get on these medications. They wait till they down bad, and they have to do it. Let's, be on offense now. And, if I know, we all know things we need to do better. And the thing with health, I feel like, is moderation. Because when they tell you, you need to cut this out cold turkey, do this, do that, it's very, very hard. And it's realistically unrealistic for us to really do that. Just to cut these things that we've been doing for years. I mean, if you really want to do it, you'll do it. I mean, because you need to, but I mean, it's very hard for people. I live in the world of realism, and I understand it's very hard for a lot of us to completely cut back on things we've been doing for years. So I believe in moderation until you slowly cut that thing out. Like diet becomes like a dirty word because of the fact that let's like, well, I can't do this. No, you should not want to do these things, and eventually it becomes your lifestyle. And a diet seems like 30 days, a month, this, that. Like it's different things that's not really going to last. We want to do things in our life that's going to last. And I mean, we want us to last. How about that? We want to live around. We want to be around. We want to see grandkids. We want to see people get older. We want to be mobile. We want to be, there's nothing better in this life than seeing an older couple or older person still jogging, still doing this, still happy, still dancing. But a lot of us will have family members that, maybe in a wheelchair, has something amputated, this, that. I mean, we can't be like that. We got to be on offense because it's going to happen if we keep eating. We come from a culture where we made nothing something. We eat chitlins, pig intestines, smell like trash. We come from that culture. Pickled pig feet and this and fried chicken and fried Oreos and fried everything. That's our culture. That's our way of life. That's our way of living. That's our way of eating. But what needs to be our culture is being around. What needs to be our culture is raising grandchildren. What needs to be our culture is loving our bodies enough to make the change. And I'm speaking to myself too. I'm no way, shape, or form trying to condemn anybody because I'm still battling with my own things. But as I get older, I really want to do more things. And like, that's the key, is getting older. I want to get even older. I want another 35 years and after that. But in order for me to do that, I have to make some serious changes now. I got to change the way I eat. But it's already a mind thing. That's why the fasting thing, it'll give me time to reflect. It'll give my mind time to reflect on different things that I want to do, different things that I need to do. So I say that to say this. Reggie, to me, and everybody else out there listening, let's be on offense with our health. Let's also take it in moderation. All right, 2 days out the week, I'm going to do this, and we gain on that. We build on that. I try to get the sweets 2 days out the week. Try not to eat out as much. Trying to stay away from fried foods. I'm trying to like maybe a light lunch, a light breakfast, light lunch, and dinner, or just slowly cutting down how I eat. You know, they say, I think Elijah Muhammad one time said, eat to live, like you could really survive off eating once a day and different things to really get my water up. So I'm really speaking, I'm really pleading to myself on this camera, Reggie, and I'm speaking and I'm pleading to you guys, man. I want to see my beautiful black people. I want to see all people. But I really, really care and love my black kings and queens. I really want to see y'all around. I really want to see y'all not make these mistakes of like, well, I'm still going to eat what I want. I've been doing this and I'm going to die doing this. We need to stop that. This podcast is about debunking a lot of bullshit that we've been taught and we've been heard, and I'm going to do what I want. I mean, okay, you can do that and you could die. And everybody should do what they want. But I think and I know that you should want to be around for your children. You should want to see things grow. You should want to build a business and different things that work for yourself. You should want to do these things. So in that, we have to make these changes. We have to be on offense. I'm speaking to you, Reggie, once again. What are we doing, man? And we got to prepare for the unexpected as well, because in this life could take a dramatic turn. I heard a story of somebody, house caught on fire, had a decision to make. They had to jump out the window. They broke both their ankles, broke their wrists, everything. I heard that story, and it just was like, wow. I felt for the person because it was just like, wow. You have to make a decision. Both of them are bad. Get burnt up possibly, or jump out this window. You know it's gonna hurt, and I mean it did, because you have to have surgery, different things. But it got me to thinking, like, now your whole world is shook up. As much as possible, we have to try to save, like, our finances. But more importantly, we have to like change our lifestyle. We have to figure out. That's why I'm working so hard with this podcast. I'm trying to get my photography back, videography back. We have to get something else. Because if you don't have a real life career, or you really, really live like below your means, if you don't have no like real degree, or you got your own business that's making real money, when you work a job like I do, and most of the world does, people like me, if we were on our own, you'd be paycheck to paycheck or not making it. The working poor is what they call it. We can't be like that. Whatever it is you into, I'm pleading with you. Try to find a way to make money for you. Because these jobs ain't going to do it. And even these people with a career, when they want to do cutbacks, and a lot of people, when they get older, hey, we cutting these jobs back. You make too much money. We got this 18, 25-year-old just out of college or fresh out of school. We going to replace you. We got to get our finances right, because God forbid, what if we have to jump out that window? And our whole world has changed. We don't have our home no more. We don't have no money coming in from the job because now we hurt. What are we going to do? So we got to be on offense with our finances as well. $5, $10, anything, save it. But really, it's changing your lifestyle. The phone bill, how can I cut that down? The eating out. I'm speaking to myself. Like, eating out costs a lot of money, bro. If we can make, I get a whole thing of bananas is like 89 cents. You know, different things are cheap. So if we making stuff at home, it's way cheaper. We have to find a way to make the money It's a lot. It's YouTube. It's so many different. Earn Your Leisure got so many different financial podcasts. I'm being on offense now. I'm waking up, y'all. I got responsibilities. My little Winnie, as she sleep right now, she keep me up all night. But as I go on in life, I'm realizing, man, I got to do something different because it bothers me. I did my taxes and I looked at how much I make. I'm like, bro, I don't like this. So I got to be on offense with that. I got to figure that out. I got to make it happen. I can't just sit around and just be like, well, I'm going to just work this job because even this job could fire me. This job, anything could happen. My wife, God forbid, something happened to her. Our finances take a huge cut. Well, we will not be able to survive off of just mine. So, that don't make me feel good. Anything that don't make you feel good, you got to change that thing, man. You got to work that thing out, man. We got to make this money. We got to figure this out. You love kids. You love dance. You love music. I mean, there's a lot of ways to make monies out there, man. We got to figure it out. Monies. I hate when people say that. But we got to figure it out, man. We really got to get on offense with everything. Like, I'm tired of playing defense, man. We got to get on offense with, man, everything in this life that does not sit right with us, that doesn't feel right. We got to make it happen, and we got to do more living. We got to find that perfect balance, man. I only work 3 days a week. I have that work-life balance. Now I got to find that financial balance of like saving money and doing what I want. Trying to cut back a little bit on going out and doing things, just stack a couple dollars, got some plans for the future. We got to just make plans. We got to figure that out because I'm telling you, life can get real, real. We hope that we don't have to jump out that window and our whole life is changed in a second. But there's no reason or nothing stopping that. That might happen to us. We might have to jump out that window. Our whole life has changed. A day ago, a minute ago, an hour ago, everything was fine. Everything was normal. And then we had to do that. But when we prepare and we try to save up a little bit of money, or we got a career that we good, I could take time off, I could heal up, and things are still running like a well-oiled machine, we got to figure that out. I'm trying to do that with this podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend what we doing here so we can grow, elevate. My people in college, y'all almost done. In mid-May, y'all will be out, grind it out, man. My people with jobs, when you get off that job, I heard the weekend, make it seem like you don't have a job. You running your business. Figure out your business. Do your business. For me, study, really grind, figure it out, no matter what it takes. You don't like this life no more. You don't like the way you live, and you got to go out there and you got to go get it because ain't nobody coming to get it for you. We got to make these decisions, and it all comes down to decision. Because what it is for us, we get a paycheck every 2 weeks. We used to doing it. It get on our nerves, but then it's done after 8 hours. It's done on the weekend. When we get off is when the real work starts. We got to grind it out. We got to figure it out. Like I said before, we be so tired at work about, let me do this, let me do that, because I might get rolled up, I might do this. What about you? Think about it like you going to get rolled up in your life because you not doing this, you not doing that. You're not going to pass this grade. You got to grind it out. Because when we get to our regular life, we treat us like shit. But we treat this job that is really treating us like shit as gold. This job is not guaranteed. This is a job. You know what I'm saying? Even people with careers, you can get let go. We got to figure this out. I want us to figure this out. Let's grow. Let's elevate together. If I can help in any way, any ideas, anything. Everybody got genius level talent. I heard Jay-Z say one time, we just got to tap into it and figure it out. Got to get them 10,000 hours up. Let's figure it out, y'all. What else we got, man? Realistically, everything is up. So we don't, like a apartment right here in Georgia, I think 2 bedroom, like 1,800. Ridiculous. Apartment. You don't have your parking. You got all these rules and regulations. It's really not fun, man. Everything is up across the board. We really got to get serious because it's not changing. It's getting worse with finances. And I go to the store. I'm like, okay, this may be $50. It's $100. And I think I'm very thankful my wife has a real career, So it's like it helps, but just me, if it's just me, that would kill me. I wouldn't be able to, I would have to go without a lot of stuff. And I don't like that. So I'm making the steps and I'm processing doing something different. We all got to process doing something different. If we don't like where we at, we got to figure it out, man. Spring break is coming up. Shout out to everybody enjoying themselves, taking their kids out. Shout out to the young kids. It's just very important for kids to have that freedom. It's like Toys R Us, where a kid could be a kid, or KB Toys. I forgot the slogan back in the day. We really need to let these kids be kids, because life gets hard when you deal with emotions and relationships, when you get married and this and that, and then you got bills, and then you got a job and you can't get fired, and you got to raise this and do that. When it's kids, man, they need to worry about, man, where are we going to next, what we eating next, what we doing. They need to be carefree. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so important to let your kids live their life. Take them out somewhere for spring break. Even if, like, hey, man, we're going to go to this side of town. They got some sprinklers. They got a lot of free water parks, or like, where, like, they just got hoses or whatever. They got different deals in the summertime. They got different deals for spring break. Figure it out, man. Just running through the holes. Just really the experiences of letting a kid be a kid. We got to do that. It's very important to let children be children and enjoy their life, because we know if you're an adult listening to this podcast, you know it gets hard, man. So everybody be safe for y'all spring break. Enjoy yourselves, man. Lastly, when I get out of here, man, I really want to talk about drawing a line in the sand. In this life, right, we have to really draw a line in the sand. Sorry, this is ghetto. I had to check my timer. We really have to draw a line in the sand when it comes to how people treat us. It goes back to that actions over words things. I was watching this new show with Escape and SWV, because I like both groups, but I don't know too much about them. Mona Scott, the love and hip hop lady, she got me in a trap. She's very good at her job of the negative stuff to bring you in, and you like, oh my God, like everybody wants to be nosy. We get a live look at people' life and usually their downfalls and stuff. But one girl in the group talked about her relationship with her mom, and she said that her mom always chose her sister over her, and it really, really hurt her feelings. She talks about this 3 to 4 times in this show and cries every time. This lady's probably 40-something years old. Cries every time like a brand new baby. Every time the situation with her moms get brought up, because it hurt deeply. That whole, your mom, you know, and your mom is the one that birthed you. So obviously that should be the closest relationship. But even with her on that show, the 4th time she had to meet up with her mom, they wasn't seeing eye to eye. She told her mom straight out, she said, you know what, Mom? We're going to figure out, are we doing this or we not? Because I can't do this forever. She drew that line in the sand. I can't do this because it's hurting me. I'm 40-something years old. I got my own kids. I can't do this. And her mom, the look on her mom's face was shock. And her mom started crying because she realized, well, damn, I'm really doing something wrong. I'm really hurting her. I can't do this. She's not going for it. And that's what it is for people in our lives. A lot of people know they can run over us. A lot of people know they can treat us any kind of way. But we have to draw that line in the sand and let them know, no matter who it is, like she told her mother, no matter who it is, there's a line in the sand. Either you with me or you not with me. But I can't do this. I wish you well. I wish all the best. No harm, hurt, or danger on you. But you affect my life too negatively for me to keep going on like this. This week, I know it's a work in progress, but this week I'd rather you get your thoughts together on who in your life you need to draw that line in the sand with. The people is it your friends, your family, mother, brother, sister, anybody. You know, it's hard to let go, but if it's really hurting you, and, you know, for a lot of people, it's like life will go on if you pass or not. People don't call you at all. You don't communicate. They always say this, they always say that. But actions is more than words. I speak into existence this week that you pay attention to the people in your life, actions over their words. And this is recorded. Peace and blessings.
Trade the future.